Yesterday, I did something. I bought a car at auction. What did I buy? Well, let me show you. Well, under first inspection, it's all pretty good. The diff hat is broken, or where the stud goes in, which is a bit annoying. That might be a bit hard to get hold of another one, but everything else is pretty mint. Had a look under here. She's primo. Like, it's got intake. I'm pretty sure when I was on the truck, I seen that it had an exhaust. Like, the paint's pretty much spot on. Not cool with the 20s. Interior looks very neat. Obviously, yeah, airbag's gone off, but they literally are only a 2-seater. I didn't actually realise that. So I don't know. The battery's probably disconnected, I reckon, actually. But manual. You know what? Let's clean up the shed and then get it in there. It's too heavy to push, so I'm going to see if I can tow it in a little bit, far enough to then be on a downhill slope. Alright, after lots of sweat, it's in here. Let's see what it's like underneath. Alright, let's have a look. Well, the front, on first glance, looks mint. It's definitely got aftermarket exhaust. And well, it looks actually like the knuckle's not broken. This is all obviously broken. The CV hopefully survived, but as I feared, the rear hat on the diff is busted, which that kind of sucks. Hopefully that's not too hard to get another one, but the sway bar has been pushed over. Get this wheel off and this assembly off. I reckon it's just all the arms and that. It's got coilovers. That one's probably shagged though, but that's good. Doesn't need to get coilovers. Adjustable front as well. Yep, heck yeah. Alright, let's get this wheel off and see where we're at. Alright, so this is definitely smoked. I assume this is probably bent as well. It's broken off the lower, or whatever that is, traction arm I suppose. But I would replace all them with adjustable ones, and this is bent. Don't know if that'll be savable. Might be, but I think the knuckle's okay, so I'll take this off first and then maybe the drive shaft out. Just keep pulling bits apart. But I mean, that wheel is absolutely toasted, which is okay because I would never run 20s on this thing. So let's start pulling it apart. These wheel studs on the spacers are the tightest thing I have ever undone. You gonna drift it, Hunter? Do some drifting. Oh yeah, nice. That's a great idea. Kids have terrorised the car, but this is what I've got to. What? Yes, in a second. So, smoked. A couple of the arms are smoked. I've got the caliper off, obviously the wheel smoke, but that doesn't matter. I think I might be able to make the coilovers work. I would replace the arms anyway with aftermarket ones. So that's a no biggie. And I think GK Tech makes some sort of rear hat thing, so I need to look at that. Anyway, bedtime for the kids, and I'll come in and have a look later. Oh my goodness. What? Okay, sit down. Skinner Racing's here. put a jumper pack on, and we got lights. I'm kind of scared to do this, but no, too flat. All right, we'll let it charge up. Okay, and we'll try again later. All right, moment of truth. Do you reckon we'll start, Hunter? Okay, let's try. Oh! It starts. It sounds tough. Well, it works, Hunter. Woohoo! Cool. Well, it runs. That's good to know. Airbag light's gone off, surprisingly. Alright, so I have the whole rear end of the Z pulled apart, and this is the damage report. So, toe and camber toasted, but I will get aftermarket GK Tech ones anyway. Wheel bearing feels a little janky, so I might replace that just in case. The camber slash like spring bucket is absolutely toasted. Upper control arm, it's hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure it's tweaked in there. Sway bar link broken. Now it came with coilovers, which is good. They are straight. This is just bent. So I reckon if I can grind these welds out, I can just get another arm bent up and I can weld that back on. Knuckles fine, brakes are fine. So that's it. Oh, and the rear hat is snapped through there, but again, GK Tech do a Pathfinder rear hat conversion, takes from 1 stud to 2. I've already found a Pathfinder rear hat, so I'm going to get one of them and do that. So it's a pretty easy fix, like very easy actually. Send some messages to some wreckers, get some parts, and I could honestly have this back together in a day and be driving it. This is so good. This is just getting better and better. So I pulled this off the bottom, and this just threads in. So all I got to do is cut that weld off a little bit around there and make a new bottom bracket, weld it back on, and that don't need to get new coilovers. I could convert it to an actual coilover with the shock. So currently it's got the shock there and the spring there, and you can convert them to a coilover and then you get rid of this. But I think with the adjustable arms, you can still do the camber with this one and traction with that one, and then this is your toe. And because I'm not going to really want to change toe that much because I'm not going to make it gripped up, I can save some money by just getting another second-hand one of them and using these coilovers. Well, at least do that for now, and I'm not double spending apart from that stock rear arm. Like, I can save some money, get it going, and use that. So that's great news. So I'm going to chop this up a little bit, see if I can get this out. Otherwise, I'll just get something machined up. So that's brilliant. Let's get to it. So I've got it ground off. Gonna try to bend that up, put a hole in it. Got my bend here, I haven't even used it yet. I know it's 50mm on the knuckle, so just use this as a bit of a guide for the sides, and then 50mm in between, and we'll see how we go. Because the ends are so small, I can't quite get a 90 on the second bit with this type of ender, so just going to see if I can tweak this around a tiny bit more just to get that last little bit. And there we go. It's a bit hot, so I don't want to touch it. So drill a hole in the top there, weld it on there basically, and that coilover's fixed. Change plans. I was going to have to drill way too much or Dremel way too much. So change it to square and drill some holes, and I'll just use this little thing to cut it out square. It'll do the same thing. If I had a lathe, it would be easy. I should buy a lathe. Anyway, let's cut this out. It's not perfect, but a bit of paint round off the edges and it'll be good. Look at that. I don't need to buy a whole set of coilovers now just to fix one. So replace them bits and I can put it back together. I've had enough for today. Gonna hang out with family and drifting tomorrow. These will be different videos anyway, so see you in whatever's next.